Hi, I'm Laura Laz of Culinary Celebrations, bringing you this week's Restaurant of the Week. New World Bar Bistro, featuring two-time Chop champion Rick Orlando. From exotic dishes to award-winning recipes, two-time Food Network Chop champion Rick Orlando brings his culinary expertise and talents to this popular Albany bistro. That's why we chose New World Bistro Bar as this week's Restaurant of the Week.
So Scott Meyer and Annette Nanas, co-owners of the Spectrum Theater, which is 3 doors down from us, conceived of this bistro 5 or 6 years ago, and we began a dialogue. And at a certain point, we decided it was time that we combined forces. New World Home Cooking in Saugerties is one of Albany's most popular restaurants, and it's 40 miles away. The Spectrum Theater is absolutely one of the most popular businesses in Albany. So we thought the synergy would be great. They worked on a beautiful interior design. I worked on a floor layout and a menu that would be unique to Albany, bring a little bit of an urban flair to Albany's dining scene. And so far, so good. People are digging it. And my style of food is very down to earth, but it's a total global influence. When I opened my first kitchen, I decided I wanted to make my favorite dishes. So some of the dishes on our menu are Cuban pot roast, ropa vieja, which is cooked all day with a sofrito and wine and tomatoes. Jamaican jerk chicken, dark, spicy, and mysterious. Thai barbecued fish. I'm a big lover of ethnic foods, and one of my missions as a chef is to work with my cooks and the rest of my crew to teach them the roots of cuisine, and then we interpret them and make them our own. And that's what we do at New World Bistro Bar. Today we're going to make a real simple roasted corn and oyster mushroom salad. Delicious, uses everything from the farmer's market. You could make it at home and you can use it in a lot of ways. So let's get started, okay? Take a sharp knife and cut down in straight rows like this. So I have what I like to call corn chiclets, not just corn kernels, but little pieces that may have 3 or 4 or 5 stuck together because they're really crunchy and really delicious. Oyster mushrooms are farmed in the Catskills and the Adirondacks. They're healthy, they're full of not just antioxidants, but they're also loaded with immune system boosters. All mushrooms are. Oyster mushrooms are really good. I have red onions. Now, red onions are delicious. Some people like them raw. Some people don't like them raw. They'd rather have them cooked. So what I'm doing in a separate bowl is I'm kind of cevicheing or marinating the red onions with lime juice. We've got some oyster mushrooms and we've got some corn so far. What else is at the farmer's market? Oh yeah, tomatoes. We're up to our ears in tomatoes right now. I'm just going to dice the tomatoes very simply by cutting them into slices like so, and then turning them over and cutting them into small squares, going right into our salad here, okay? It's okay if they're chunky and rustic because this is a dish you're going to have at picnics. It's also a great dish you can serve with trout that you caught. You can serve with any type of fish as a garnish. So right now you have corn, you have tomatoes, and let's just check our oyster mushrooms. They cook very quickly because they're light and thin. You want to get a little caramelization on them, and they look like so when they're cooked. Oyster mushrooms are available at all big supermarkets, and at a lot of the farmers markets, the mushroom growers are selling these. So I'm going to put them in warm. They're going to help to break everything down. My philosophy on hot peppers is that some people like them and some people don't. So instead of making them really small and having them spread their heat through the whole dish, I'm going to cut the pepper in half like so. This is where the heat comes from, not the seeds, but the ribs. And I'm going to slice this into half moons so that they're evident and visible in the dish. So that when you're eating your corn salad, if you don't think you want to eat the peppers, you push them aside. This is giving the flavor to the dish without overpowering it with hot peppers, okay? Last thing, we got some beautiful red radishes. Radishes are crunchy, they're full of minerals. They're one of nature's treats because they're cheap, they're red, they're spicy, and they're delicious. So I'm going to cut these again, just like the jalapenos, into half moons. and we're going to put them right into the salad raw. They're going to add beautiful crunch and texture. And what's nice about the radishes is look at that color. Look at the color that they add to the dish. They really add texture and color. At this point, our onions, you can see already in the matter of 2 or 3 minutes, are starting to soften from the lime juice. Okay, this is a big part of our dressing. We're going to take the red onions with the lime juice and put it right into here. The lime juice is our acid in our dressing instead of vinegar. I'm going to do extra virgin olive oil, raw, poured right in, plenty of it. And we're going to season it with salt and pepper. And you don't need a lot of pepper because you have the jalapeno. Salt, it's up to you. The corn is so sweet, you hardly need any, but we put a little salt in for flavor. Let's toss this around, and then we have our last finishing ingredient, which is going to put this dish over the top. Fresh basil, kind of pulling off a bunch of leaves of basil and rolling them up. I call this my ponytail cut, where they're all going in the same direction, and we're going to cut them against the grain. They're going into my salad, and now I'm going to take my spoon. I'm going to do a good incorporation of all these ingredients. Lots of basil, okay? Don't be shy. The basil makes this dish absolutely stunning and delicious. And there you have it. Roasted corn, oyster mushroom, and basil salad as a garnish, as a side dish, or just as something pretty to look at. And I'm Rick Orlando from New World Bistro Bar, and thanks very much.
They have a Richter scale as far as their spiciness, and they were right on target with the Richter scale, and the food was excellent.
We're very pleased. The food is different. You can get food any place. This is different.
I love the ingredients, the fresh ingredients, and the differences of the different types of food.
This is my first time here, and I'm really enjoying myself. I love coming with my friends.
Oh, this is my favorite place to come. I try to get here at least once a month.
So now that you know all about us, we're on 300 Delaware Avenue. We're part of the Delaware Renaissance. It's a funky neighborhood, an artsy neighborhood. Great movie theater down the street. We do Sunday brunch, dinner 7 nights a week. We're open for private parties. I want to see you in my bistro having an amazing dinner and laughing, because we like when people laugh when they eat.